What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for Life, coming at you on YouTube. And tonight we are wrestling with ourselves. Yes, it is me and Bray Wyatt here, the Eater of Worlds. Because No Mercy 2016 was tonight. It just happened about 10 minutes ago. I didn't make any notes or anything. It's super late. It's been a long weekend. I'm tired, but I did want to review for you guys match by match, go down the card for No Mercy 2016, the second SmackDown brand exclusive pay-per-view since the new brand split. Let you guys know what I thought match by match real quick. So on the pre-show, Kurt Hawkins came out and announced he's going to be wrestling a match on SmackDown on Thursday. They're doing a slow burn debut with him. His first match is this Tuesday on SmackDown, which for me is a whole lot of who gives a crap. Hawkins is cheesy. He's not charismatic. He's not very good in the ring. I don't want to see him back. Then we had an 8-man tag team match, American Alpha and the Hype Bros against the Vaudevillains and the Ascension. American Alpha gets the pin with grand amplitude from Jordan and Gable, as expected. Solid tag match, nothing special. Was what it was. Got American Alpha, the right team got the win. Then we had they announced a few hours ago they were going to do the main event first. Yes, you heard that right. AJ Styles defending his world championship against John Cena and Dean Ambrose was the first match of the night. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know why they were doing this. I guess they can afford to do this since it's a brand thing now. It's a network exclusive special as opposed to a pay-per-view now, so they can afford to put the last match on first. I don't know why you would do this. I don't get the point, to be honest. But anyway, Styles versus Cena versus Ambrose was the opening match, and in my opinion was the match of the night. If I could have skipped it and went back to it and watched it last, I would have, but I feared it was going to be spoiled, so I watched it first as it came on. Very, very good match. Best match of the night for me by far. Excellent stuff. John Cena continues to evolve and add new stuff to his repertoire. They did some really good double German suplex, double deadlift spots from Cena. Cena showed his strength. Dean Ambrose being gritty, being tough. AJ Styles did his old TNA Quebrada move into the reverse DDT and comboed it with a regular DDT onto Cena and Ambrose. I won't get into too many spots here, so the video is not too long, but all in all, very good match. All three guys look great. Lots of good false finishes. They did Cena and Ambrose did a double submission spot on Styles, where Ambrose had a calf killer on Styles and Cena had the STFU, and Styles tapped out, but since both guys had a submission on, they had to restart the match and keep it going. Styles comes in, brings a chair in because triple threats are no DQ. Hits Cena with a chair, and once again, Styles pins John Cena. I predicted Styles was going to win. I'm glad that he did. It was the right move. He's red hot. The crowd was hot for it. But him pinning Cena surprised me. I thought he would pin Ambrose here. So Styles once again pins Cena. Very good notch on his belt. He is building a lot of credibility as a red hot heel champion. Awesome stuff here. Then the show kind of cooled down. When the main event goes first, the rest of the show kind of suffers because nothing could top it, sadly. We had Carmella versus Nikki Bella. I wasn't a fan of this match at all. I thought this was probably the worst match of the night. I love Carmella as a heel. I like her machinations in the ring. I like what she's doing with the crowd and the moonwalk and stuff. But her in-ring ability, she needs to work on her in-ring stuff. Nikki Bella was solid here. Nothing bad, but nothing special. Carmella just falling too early on her drop kicks, missing her boot into the corner, pounding the head into the boot spot. She missed a couple of spots here. There were 3 or 4 things she just kind of fell late and kind of looked sloppy on. So these two didn't click very well in the ring at all. Nothing special here at all. I didn't like this, mostly because of Carmella. And I'm not a Nikki Bella fan either, so that's saying something. But Nikki Bella gets the win with the Rack Attack 2.0, the TKO. As I expected, she gets her win back. I'm sure this will continue to another match on SmackDown or into Survivor Series. Then we had the tag title match, Rhino and Heath Slater defending against the Usos. This result I got wrong, and this one surprised me. Nothing special in the match, not a whole lot of crowd heat, but the crowd was chanting "He's got kids" when the Usos were doing stuff to Slater, which was funny. I like that. Slater looked really good here. He pulled a couple new things out. Rhino is really getting over with the audience as a face. I like what they're doing with him. And the Usos needed this heel turn. The music is awesome. The new clothes are awesome. I love the heel Usos. The match, like I said, was okay. Solid, nothing special. Surprisingly enough, Rhino wins with the gore here, and the champions retain. So I guess they're going to hold off on the American Alpha Usos title program And I'm not sure if they'll go to a rematch here or if they're going to elevate somebody else because there's not very many tag teams that are protected on the SmackDown brand. So I'm not quite sure where this goes. But the champions retain, and Slater and Rhino are over. So I guess it's a good move. Then we had, what was next? I didn't take notes this time. Baron Corbin against Jack Swagger. I couldn't care less about this match. Swagger's a fine wrestler. He can really work in the ring, and Baron Corbin is a good heel. So the combination of the two, they seem like they're hard hitting together. They work together pretty well. It's a good first feud for Swagger. It's going to elevate Corbin. It's going to do the right thing in the long run. I just don't care. Swagger's been treated like a joke for so long, and Corbin hasn't been had any heat behind him at all really either. Neither guy's being pushed well. The feud is kind of random and kind of stupid to me. So I think Swagger's a good worker, and Corbin has a lot of potential down the future as being a top main event level heel. But this was just not for me. The work was fine. The match was fine in the ring. Like I said, Swagger always brings the best out of a lot of his guys. Corbin wins with the end of days, as he should. He poked Swagger in the eye and got the end of days. So they're 1-1 now in cheating victories, so to speak. So I'm sure they'll face off again, either Tuesday or next month. Whatever, nothing special. The right guy won. Corbin should have won, and he did. Alexa Bliss then... Well, actually, no, we had Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz, career versus title. And this was very, very good. This was second best match of the night, very close. Easily could have been best match of the night if not for the first match. Excellent IC title versus career match. These two guys have had one of the best feuds of the entire year. The build was perfect. All their matches so far, the SmackDown one and the one last month at Backlash and this one tonight were all excellent. I think the Backlash one was a little better than this one, but still very, very good. Classic IC title. The crowd was all over it. The crowd was really into it, cheering for both guys. Miz continued to use his Daniel Bryan stuff, using Daniel Bryan's arsenal against him. Just really good heel heat the entire time. They used the Maurice spot with the hairspray, which Ziggler kicked out of. They used the second skull-crushing finale, which Ziggler kicked out of, and the crowd got red hot. They used the Spirit Squad, which Ziggler got out of. They used Ziggler taking off his boots, symbolically hanging up his boots, so to speak, and keeping the boot in the ring. They used a lot of cool things here. False finishes with Ziggler, doing the sleeper hold, the zigzag, the super kick. But in the end, Dolph Ziggler gets the win. Not the way I would have gone. I think Miz is too hot right now. I think Ziggler retaining with the career thing just didn't really fit what was happening. I think Miz should have held the belt for a long, long time. So I do love Dolph Ziggler, and I'm glad he finally got the big victory, so to speak, for the IC belt. But what are they going to do with him now? It seems like he has nowhere to go. He's probably going to face The Miz again for the belt because Miz is owed a rematch. And then where does he go? It kind of seems like a hopeless little thing unless Ziggler turns heel and finds some rejuvenation in this. So it's good to see a reinvigorated Ziggler push, but it kind of feels too little too late. And it feels like the wrong time to take the belt off, in my opinion, the hottest heel in wrestling right now in The Miz. So great match. I don't care for the result. Then we had Alexa Bliss comes out, cuts a little promo saying Becky Lynch is ducking her because Becky was hurt and hospitalized for a non-wrestling injury earlier today, so she cannot compete tonight. So Daniel Bryan sends out Naomi to face Alexa Bliss. Again, this was okay. Naomi's athletic. Alexa's a good heel. They missed some stuff. This was a little sloppy. Alexa, to me, is the future of the business, and Naomi is probably the most athletic lady they have in the entire company, and that is saying something because Charlotte and Sasha are incredibly athletic. But Naomi's super athletic, and Alexa's better than this, and it seemed like it just didn't click for me. Second ladies match of the night that I was looking forward to seeing how it was going to play out, and it just didn't wind up being that good in the ring, and the crowd didn't care. They were chanting "We want Becky" the entire time, so the crowd didn't care either. Both ladies deserve better, and they're capable of doing better as well. Disappointed by this result in this match. But Naomi gets the win now, so they can insert her into stuff with Alexa Bliss till Becky gets back, and they can put her in the title picture with Becky and Alexa next month. So it's a good result for the future of the division, and it puts more emphasis on the title and top contenders for the SmackDown Women's belt, so that's good. Then we had the main event out of nowhere. I don't know why this was the main event because the build was kind of crappy for it. But we had my boy, the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt, taking on Randy Orton. Love me some Bray Wyatt. This was okay. Can I just say, I feel like Randy Orton, I don't want to call him lazy. It just feels like he doesn't care anymore. It's like he's going through the motions. It's almost like he's John Cena 4 or 5 years ago, just sort of doing the same 4 or 5 moves. I'm sure he's a hard worker. I've always thought he was pretty talented compared to the heat that he gets, but I didn't think that he brought it so much in this match. He seemed just going through the motions. But again, the match wasn't bad. He did do the back suplex onto the barricade. He hit the DDT spot. Bray Wyatt did a running senton on the floor to the stairs and missed, and that was a big spot. Wyatt also missed the senton off the top rope. So, some good stuff here. It started slow and it got really good toward the end. The last 10 minutes were really good. The crowd was also dead at the beginning and got better at the end. So, the crowd and the match improved as it went on. Started off really lackluster and got pretty solid by the end. So, I'd say third best match of the night here. Nothing special, but solid. Until the end, it seemed like Randy Orton was going to win and Wyatt was going to lose like he always does. And then all of a sudden, we had Luke Harper, my boy, coming back. There's been reports that he was going to be on house shows for Raw. He was going to be on the Raw brand. I'm so glad he's on SmackDown. If you guys want to see my reconstructing Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family video, go watch that. I talk about what I would do with Luke and Bray and the rest of the Wyatt family. So go check that out. But Luke Harper comes back, stands in the ring to a big crowd ovation, distracts Randy Orton. Orton turns around into his sister Abigail. Bray Wyatt gets the win. This is great all the way around. Wyatt finally gets a win on pay-per-view. Much needed. Luke Harper comes back to the right brand. He can now do solo stuff. He can help Bray get more signature wins. He can tag with Rowan and be a big tag team on a SmackDown brand that needs tag teams. So this is a very valuable piece right here. Luke is a valuable guy to the SmackDown roster. Bray's happy to have him. Bray gets the win. The show goes off the air the right way. So overall, two must-see matches on the show. The IC title and the world title matches are must-see. Everything else ranges anywhere from solid to not so great. Again, the two ladies matches were letdowns, but the main event was solid as well. So, what did you guys... Excuse me. Sorry, I'm tired and gassy. What did you guys think of the show? Tell me in the comments below. Did the right guys win? What did you think of how the things turned out? And what did you think of the show overall? I'm going to give this show a 6.5. There were two very good matches and a big return with a good main event result. But nothing other than that was really wowing me. 6.5 might be a little too low, but I'm going to go 6.5, 7 range. I'll go 6.5. What did you guys think? Tell me down below. Until the next time, guys, I've been wrestling with myself. I'm Jason Burke, and have a good night. Run.